What an amazing year that we have had. It is exciting for me to stand up before you and to talk about the state of the city and give you a little bit of a recap of what we did over the last 12 months, because our year end is 9/30. We're looking forward as well to an excellent year going forward. A lot of amazing things happened in this last year. And instead of me going through a 12-page list of all the different things, I want to thank Sharon and Matt for helping put together this little video to give you a taste of everything that has happened. Matt? One of the things that we talked about doing is me doing a rap. And besides, I don't have that skill set. You could see that it would have taken much longer to actually have said all those words. The thing that is always tops on my list, and it was the first thing that we talked about here in this video, was financial. The city is in great financial shape. On your places, you will see this, and this is a digest of information that has come out of our financial reporting. And it goes on the front, well, I guess on the side that says the state of the city, you can kind of see in graphical form all of the things that we as city council and staff look at to make sure that we are going down the right path. You can see on there that we are double AAA rated with both Moody's and Standard & Poor's, and that our per capita debt, I love this number, is $1,830. We are responsible, and we thank city staff, and we also thank our finance department for putting all of those numbers together in a way that is digestible and understandable. And then if you look at the back, we talk about average property rates and our top taxpayers and our top employers, and all of those things are very important. Lowering the property tax does not get the big splash that a hint of a property tax increase gets. So we lowered the tax rate again this year. We are at the lowest rate since 1990. That's huge. And then there again, it's based on planning. With the help of city staff and the councils before us, we have set ourselves on a path to be conservative, but also to be responsible to our citizens. And I'm excited that we get to do that year after year. That doesn't mean we're going to have a tax decrease every single year, but it is in our program of work to look at it every single year. We're not going to cut the tax rate to not be able to do something that our customers are customers. That's what our staff talks about, is every citizen in this city is a customer. So that, for me, is the most important thing. We've got great reserves. All the projects that we have planned are funded or will be fully funded before the project starts. And for that, you should be very thankful to be living in a great city like Coppell. Lots and lots of things happened. We've continually improved the things that happened last year. Old Town Progress. The opening of the new farmers market has been phenomenal, and it continues to be great every month. They seem to be adding new things to bring more people down to the Old Town area, and it's fun. If you haven't been there on a Saturday morning, go. Besides the fact that you can get some great fresh produce and honey and herbs and all of those kinds of things, there's usually activities going on down there as well. Dog park. Who would have guessed? My husband was one of those people who was a naysayer about the dog park. He's taken our dog once, twice, maybe once or twice a week. The dog asks to go to the dog park. He knows that if he's getting in the truck, he's going to the dog park. So he goes and sits by the truck to go. I know that it's not a favorite for everybody, but it's a great place, and it has been a wonderful addition. And a lot of the people who go to the dog park on a regular basis say, this is our great first dog park. There isn't another one in the plan at this particular moment, so I just want to answer that question up front. The other thing that is a big deal is new development here in Coppell. We had 83 businesses open their doors or expand their businesses here in Coppell this last year. That's huge. It is people like Amazon. It is people like Norwex. I've got a big list here. Esparza's, they changed their name. Guerrero's changed their name to Esparza's. I just noticed the sign a couple of days ago. 10 Roots, American Standard, Alco Stores, Black Walnut Cafe, Anna's Linens, Simmer was new this year, Coriant USA, Source HOV LLC. All of these businesses either chose to stay or expand here in Coppell just this year, and that is awesome. Because of all of those kinds of things, city staff probably with the urging of developers, decided to make it easier for people. Used to be that if someone wanted to do one thing, they had to go up to City Hall, and then they had to go over to Fire Administration, and then they had to go back to City Hall. Now that we bought the building next door, the renovation is complete. It's called 265 because that's the address. It's one-stop shopping for someone who wants to open a business, develop a piece of property. You can do that all in one place here in Coppell, and that is a huge, huge improvement over where we had been in the past. Sales tax election. The reauthorization of the half-cent sales tax last fall is allowing us to move forward with a lot of projects that have been on the wish list for years and years and years. Talked about some of those in there, about the expansion of Andy Brown Park, the expansion of the library, everything that we are looking to do, we are allowed to do because we are fiscally in a spot. We're moving forward and continuing to improve our assets here in Coppell will allow our citizens to for a better quality of life. Lots of new trails. If you haven't had the opportunity to go and look on the city website for the master trail plan, it is pretty impressive. There will be a time in the future, and all it takes is money, but there will be a time in the future when Coppell is fully connected, where you can go from Andy Brown Park very easily down to Old Town and back around to go to your home, to any of the schools. The master plan is pretty impressive. And again, it's not a plan that's going to happen tomorrow, but it is the ultimate plan. And the ultimate plan also connects us with Irving. It connects us with Carrollton. It connects us with Grapevine. So interconnectivity, not only here in the city, but also in the Metroplex. And that is going to happen eventually because of the reauthorization of the half-cent sales tax. So we're pretty excited about that. That was a big, big win. The plans for the Life Safety Park, we just had a review of the plans as they are today, last Wednesday evening, is that right? Wednesday evening. There were some people there that still had questions, but I was happy that when they left, their questions were answered, and we got very little negative feedback. And so we're very pleased about the addition. That will be actually right over here in front of the service center, and will be attached to the Old Town area, and it will also be a great thing for us. National Night Out is just one of the ways that the city is connected with and continues to be connected with our citizens. We had 70 parties this year. 70 neighborhoods came out to meet their neighbors. It's pretty spectacular. One of the things that's a real perk about being the mayor or being on the council is you get to ride around and visit all the people. And it is fun. It's way too much food for one person to take in because you end up going to anywhere from 8 to 10 parties, and everybody wants to give you the hamburger or the fajitas or hot dogs, the popcorn, whatever else that they're giving out that night. But it is special to be able to talk to people, and sometimes they just moved in, and that particular party allowed them to meet some of their neighbors, and it's a pretty special thing. So we do all of those different things so that we can continue to move forward. We have lots of good things coming. Businesses that have been announced but are not yet open and may not have broken ground yet, but they say they're coming. Twisted Root and Quincy's will be here in Old Town. Natera, which is, if you know Baby Magic, that's one of their products that they do. They are going to be opening their facility rather shortly, I think. If they're not pretty close to a CO, they already have it. Calvary Construction, 4 Points by Sheraton. We're going to get 2 hotels. One has just started construction, that's the 4 Points by Sheraton, and then a Fairfield Inn and Suites, which is going to be over on 121. Yard Art, Children's Learning Center are some of the various things that are coming. The other things that we are going to focus on is we're going to do quarterly events down in Old Town. We want to keep bringing people down there. On November 1st is the next one, November 1st. Come down, it will be hopefully another Chamber of Commerce beautiful evening like the very first weekend or the first event that we had down there. And just enjoy the area. It's beautiful, and it is our intent to continue to focus on that area and marketing that area. The library re-imaging project, the Andy Brown Park redevelopment, and then we will continue to work on the Coppell 2030 plan, which is a high-level plan to make us a better place, and hopefully at the end of every year we can say this has been an amazing year. We want to have movement from the end of the year to the beginning of the year, the next year, and let me tell you, this last year has been amazing. Clay Phillips and I were talking yesterday, and we were talking about sometimes we get kind of wrapped up in some of the smaller details that aren't so fun, they're not so positive, and we forget what amazing things have happened. I keep using that name, or that word. With all the things that have gone on here in Coppell and the people that are moving us forward, we should be proud, and we should be happy, and we should be amazed on, from year to year, of the progress that we make. And it's because of all of those people that we talked about at the beginning. It's because of the City Council, it's because of the City Manager's Office, it's because of the employees and the citizens of Coppell. I appreciate being here, and any questions, there's all these guys here who know, and we would be happy to continue to serve you for years to come. Thanks.